In this video, Korean professor Yi Zong-gu correctly revises Korean history and culture and distributes it to the world. Each part takes about 10 minutes, so please watch until the end and then click like. It is said that human ancestors first made tools in East Africa 2.6 million years ago. Recently, evidence was discovered showing that the Altai people divided into several groups over hundreds of thousands of years. It is estimated that from this time on, modern humans who knew how to use tools came to live in the main staging ground of human history, which includes Lake Baikal, the eastern part of Inner Mongolia, Joseon, Yodong, Manchuria, the Korean Peninsula, etc. Their descendants are called the Altai or Mongolian races in anthropology. The Altai people divided into several groups over hundreds of thousands of years. A nation is a social group formed historically based on long-term cultural commonalities in a certain region. The Korean people are composed of the Korean ethnic group, which has lived on the Korean peninsula for a long time, since the pre-Paleolithic era, and the Ye and Mak ethnic groups, who formed Gojoseon and Buyeo while living in Manchuria. The Korean people and their relatives have left many traces on the Korean peninsula. The longest-standing historic site is the Paleolithic ruins in Hyugu Village, also called Komun-moru, Sangwon County, Pyongyang City, built approximately 1 million years ago, according to North Korea. Parts of the Gyumgul ruins in Dodam Village, Danyang County, North Chungcheong Province, date back to the early Paleolithic period, about 700,000 years ago. Stone Age ruins from approximately 30,000 years ago were also found on the banks of the Gumgang River in Seokjang Village, Gongju County, South Chungcheongnam Province. In addition to the above, other ruins have been found in various regions of Korea, including the Seungri Mountain ruins in Daeokyeon City, North Pyongan Province, Paleolithic ruins in Gulpo Village, Seonbong County, North Hamgyong Province, the Galdan Paleolithic ruins in Gumsan Village, Chuncheon City, Gangwon Province, the Imjingang Paleolithic ruins in Jonggok Village, Yeoncheon County, Gyeonggi Province, the Jomol Cave ruins in Jecheon City, North Chungcheong Province, Paleolithic ruins in Wolpyeong District, Suncheon City, South Jeolla Province, and the Sinbuk Paleolithic ruins in Janghyung County, South Jeolla Province. These archaeological sites indicate that the Stone Age unfolded throughout the Korean peninsula between 1 million and 10,000 years ago. In Changnyeong-gun, Gyeongsangnam-do, which is in the southern part of Korea, the earliest ship in the world was discovered, which dates back to 8000 BC. This shows the outstanding history of ancient Koreans. What kind of people are Koreans with such a long history and great culture? Ms. Bird Bishop, who lived in Korea at the end of the 19th century, wrote in her book, Korea and Her Neighbors, that the skin colors of Koreans vary from light brown to blackish olive. They are well-built, intelligent, and smart, and Koreans are a handsome race. As she explained, most Koreans have bronze-colored skin and are characterized by the eye shape of the Altai people. They do not have double eyelids and have a relatively thick layer of fat on their faces, which is explained as adaptations to reduce pupil exposure to withstand the Ice Age cold. Their hair is black and straight, and their eyes are mostly dark brown or reddish brown. Although their cheekbones are distinctive, they create a noble impression overall. She said that Koreans as a whole have a noble appearance and look slightly sharp in intelligence. Foreigners who have experienced Korea usually praise Korean culture. One of these was the American novelist Pearl S. Buck, 1892 to 1973, who visited Korea more than 8 times. She praised Korea as a gem of a country inhabited by a noble people. Rich in cultural sensitivity, she was amazed by the culture of Korea, where metal type was created 220 years ahead of Europe. She praised Hangul for being very systematic and scientific and loved Korean songs that touched her heart, including Arirang. Most Koreans have large greenish-brown patches called Mongolian spots on their buttocks during infancy. which disappear as they grow. But of course, not all Koreans have Mongolian spots, especially those with Persian or Chinese ancestors. This refers to the fact that Koreans are not a single ethnic group, but have gradually mixed with several ethnic groups over a long period of time. There is a saying that Koreans are a single people, an expression coined by past rulers to unite the spirit of the people. Mongolian spots are characteristic of the Altai people. They are common in Mongolia, Manchuria, Japan, Central Asia, Siberia, Hungary, Turkey in Eastern Europe, Bhutan, Tibet in northern India, and the area north of the Yangtze River in China, and among Eskimos in the Americas and natives in North and South America. In other words, Mongolian spots are a genetic inheritance of the Altai people, originally consisted of 14 provinces. These are Hamgyeongbuk-do, Hamgyeongnam-do, Pyongan-buk-do, Pyongan-nam-do, Hwanghae-do, Gangwon-do, Gyeonggi-do, Cheongcheongbuk-do, Cheongcheongnam-do, Gyeongsang-buk-do, Gyeongsang-nam-do, Jeollabuk-do, Jeollanam-do, and Jeju-do. They were formed in consideration of the topographical characteristics of each province and the customs and dialects of the people living there. After the division of North and South Korea, as the population increased and industry developed, the South and the North were each divided into several administrative regions. South Korea is made up of 22 first-tier administrative divisions, 6 metropolitan cities, 1 special city, 1 special self-governing city, and 14 provinces, with 3 special self-governing provinces and 5 provinces administered by the ROK government. These are further subdivided into a variety of smaller entities, including cities, counties, districts, towns, townships, neighborhoods, and villages. In North Korea, the 9 provinces derive from the traditional provinces of Korea, but have been further subdivided since the division of Korea. Seoul, officially Seoul Special City, is the capital of the Republic of Korea, commonly known as South Korea, and the country's most extensive urban center. Seoul's history traces back to 18 BC, when it was founded by the people of Baekje, one of the 3 kingdoms of Korea. During the Joseon dynasty, Seoul was officially designated as the capital and surrounded by the fortress wall of Seoul. After enthroning himself as king at the capital of Old Goryeo in 1392, Yi Seong-gye changed the name of his kingdom from Goryeo to Joseon in 1393 and began his search for a place for a new capital. After several governmental debates, Yi Seong-gye chose Hanyang, Seoul, instead of Muok in September 1394. In the late 19th century, after hundreds of years of isolation, Seoul opened its gates to foreigners and began modernization. Seoul became the first city in East Asia to introduce electricity in its royal palace, which was done by the Edison Illuminating Company. A decade later, the city also implemented electrical streetlights. After Gojong proclaimed Korea as the Korean Empire in 1897, Seoul was temporarily called Hwangseong, Hwangsong. Much of modern development around this era was propelled by trade with foreign countries like France and the United States. For example, the Seoul Electric Company, Seoul Electric Trolley Company, and Seoul Fresh Spring Water Company were all joint Korean-US-owned enterprises. In 1904, an American by the name of Angus Hamilton visited the city and said, "The streets of Seoul are magnificent, spacious, clean, admirably made, and well-drained. Seoul is within measurable distance of becoming the highest, most interesting, and cleanest city in the East." In the early 20th century, Seoul was occupied by the Japanese Empire and temporarily renamed Gyeongsang. The Korean War brought fierce battles. Nevertheless, the city has since undergone significant reconstruction and rapid urbanization. Seoul has been rated Asia's most livable city, with the second highest quality of life globally according to Arcadis in 2015, and a GDP per capita, PPP, of approximately $40,000. 15 Fortune Global 500 companies, including industry giants such as Samsung, LG, and Hyundai, are headquartered in the Seoul capital area, which has major technology hubs such as Gangnam and Digital Media City. Seoul is ranked 7th in the Global Power City Index and the Global Financial Centers Index, and is one of the 5 leading hosts of global conferences. The city has also hosted major events such as the 1986 Asian Games, the 1988 Summer Olympics, and the 2010 G20 Seoul Summit. Seoul is geographically set in a mountainous and hilly terrain, with Bukhan Mountain positioned on its northern edge. Within the Seoul capital area lie 5 UNESCO World Heritage Sites: Changdeok Palace, Hwasong Fortress, Jongmyo Shrine, Namhansan Song, and the royal tombs of the Joseon dynasty. Furthermore, Seoul has witnessed a surge in modern architectural development, with iconic landmarks including the Seoul Tower, the 63 Building, the Lotte World Tower, Dongdaemun Design Plaza, Lotte World, the Trade Tower, COEX, IFC Seoul, and Park 1. Seoul was named the World Design Capital in 2010 and has served as the national hub for the music, entertainment, and cultural industries that have propelled K-pop and the Korean wave to international prominence. Thank you.